Alright guys, so for today I'm gonna be doing a coolant flush. It's still pretty hot, the car, so I'm just letting it cool down. It's like waiting and watching paint dry basically, because I'm patiently waiting and then I get impatient. So yeah, so just waiting to take off the cap, and then I'm gonna go underneath and then take off the drain plug and take out all the coolant. I have 3 gallons right here of normal basic tap water just to flush, and then I have distilled water right here, and then I have my coolant right here. So that's the stuff that I'm using. So yeah, so just waiting on this, waiting on the car, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool to finally get this stuff out, because this stuff is like acid. I did the radiator hose the last time, and that revealed that this coolant is shot. It's old as hell, and I really have to take it out. It stinks. Let's get underneath. Looks like I'm gonna need a cap soon too, so I'll probably just end up replacing this ASAP, because blowing a cap sucks. You gotta limp it home with an open system. Alright, so I'm gonna go underneath. You see that hose? It's like a pre-bent hose. Okay, so it goes right inside there. That's crazy. Still learning about this car. So I'm gonna go underneath, and yeah, it's gonna be kind of a mission to go on the floor, but I'm gonna start draining the coolant out. Alright guys, so I got it slowly pouring out right there. It's gonna take forever because it's kind of hot, and I don't want to touch it more, so I'm just gonna wait till that ends and then fill it back up with some water. Run it, flush it, run it, flush it, run it, flush it, a couple times, a few times, and then it's going to be ready for the coolant. But that stuff does not look good. Are so dirty. But yeah, so I actually did need pliers to take off the little thing on the bottom, the drain plug, so make sure you do that too. You can put a rag over here and just go through here, but yeah, it's just like that little wing nut. It does not come off, so from the bottom with little pliers, comes right off. Alright, so it just stopped leaking. I got it right there. That stuff is pure acid. Well, actually, it's mixed in with the little bit of oil that was inside the pan, but yeah, that stuff is pretty bad. Smells terrible. So now that I have it flushed, I'm gonna put some water in, turn the engine on, and let it idle until the fan comes on. Once the fan comes on, I'm gonna flush it. Alright, so I got the engine idling. Just waiting until the fan comes on. Gonna add more water, let it circulate. I got my heater turned all the way to the hot, blower off. And yeah, it's gonna be another flush pretty soon. Alright guys, so the upper radiator hose is hot. I'm about 8 minutes in, and the fan still hasn't come on. But yeah, so I'm waiting for this to cycle. And then it's gonna pull everything from the back, the radiator support inside the block, inside, do a quick circulation, gonna turn it off, and then yeah, repeat the draining process. But man, This takes a long time just to wait for it to turn on the fan. This is already getting kind of hot, and yeah, so now it's just a waiting game. Still waiting. Taking forever. After that, I'm going to just drain it, but yeah, this is never ending. Alright, so the coolant just dropped all the way to the bottom. You can kind of see it circulating in there. Right there. Now I'm going to fill it up some more, and then that's going to be enough to flush that. Now that it's all circulating around. Alright guys, so the fan just turned on right now, and it went down again, so now it's time to cut it off and do it again. Alright guys, so round 2, and it still looks pretty bad of the acid freaking coolant. Remember, that oil is from the pen, but yeah, that is terrible. So I'm gonna get this thing nice and clean, make sure that it's running cool and with fresh coolant. But yeah, now I'm gonna put this in that bottle and repeat the steps over and over. Alright guys, so I'm on my third flush already, and it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter, but it's still pretty much acidy, so I'm gonna get it as good as I could though. So it's currently draining out right now, and then I'll show you how it looks like when it's done draining. Alright guys, so check it out. It's finally see-through. So but it's a little bit green, so I'm gonna do it one more time, and it's gonna be good to go. So this is exactly what I wanted to do. So now I'm gonna pour it into that bottle right there and fill it up again. And yeah, this time I'm gonna put a gallon of distilled water and flush that through, and then it's gonna go in with the coolant. It's gonna go coolant in. So let's get this done. Alright, so next up it's going to be filled up with distilled water, and then I'm gonna flush that out one last time. And yeah, so this is the good stuff. This is what you want inside. I mean, it is kind of a waste when you think about it, compared to, you know, like a $1.75 bottle of water. But yeah, this is what's recommended to go in, and it does not have any chlorine, no minerals, nothing inside. So yeah, I'm gonna pour that in, flush it out, and then coolant's gonna go in. Alright guys, so the fan just cycled on. Let me see if I can get a close-up shot. But yeah, so let me see. So that's clear as hell right there. Now I'm going to shut it off, drain it, mix up the coolant, and it's gonna be freaking done finally. About an hour already, or over an hour. And I'm gonna fill this up because this was empty the whole time. I didn't even know. So I've been driving this empty and this filthy and acidy. So yeah. Alright guys, so I'm gonna start pouring this coolant. Just gonna do 50-50. I'm gonna get both of these bottles, half and half, then pour this, 50 in this one, 50 in this one. So this is just basically gonna be split 1-to-1. Make sure nothing falls in. The coolant over there is actually, let me mix this because this thing's been sitting for a while. I bought it a few months ago. Alright, should be good. All right, so I'm gonna set this down, and yeah. There it is right there. I'm gonna pour it a little bit more until it's 50-50. All right guys, so there it is, 50-50 right there. Now I put the distilled water right here, so now I'm gonna pour 50% here, 50% there, and that's gonna give me a gallon to go inside the car. And this is gonna be for the radiator, what is it, the reservoir, the overflow, and to top off. Alright guys, so that's my mixture right there, ready to go. Any coolant spill, just make sure you don't have no dogs around or cats or whatever. This stuff dries with no residue. So now I'm gonna pour this back in here. That's gonna be my 50-50 mix for later on if I need to add. And then this is gonna go in the car right now. Coolant is ready to go in. This stuff looks like Kool-Aid, freaking delicious looking. And that's what just came out. That's pretty dang hot right there, and it looks nice. And this is part distilled water, so it flushed it out good enough. So now I'm going to put that in there, and who knows, I'll probably do another flush just to make sure I get everything in that's coolant and it's not too diluted with what's in there. So I could always put this in there, but this has 50-50 in there now, no longer concentrate. So now I'm gonna put this in this bottle, and let's compare everything. All right guys, so this is what came out. Now second, third, and fourth, this is basically water at that point. And so now I'm gonna go put the coolant in right now, but that's awful right there. This is pretty dang clean. All right, so I won't be able to like show the whole pour, but that's so satisfying. Finally, fresh stuff is going in. All right guys, so let me pour this in and let the thing circulate, let the fan go on, top it off, top this off, and I'm done. All right guys, so I have this topped off. Still got to start it. I'm not going to show the bleeding process because it's just letting it dribble out, circulate the fan. I mean, you know, have the fan cycle. The thermostat's going to open, circulate, top off, put this on. So I'm going to pour this in there. Right there. Maybe a little more. Alright, that's fine. Well, yeah, so I got that topped off. I'm gonna start up the car, let it cycle, and yeah, so that's gonna be the little video, or actually long boring video. That's what it's gonna be titled. And yeah, so finally have this fixed and drained out. There's the coolant that came out. So glad this is out of there, and this is gonna make it run a lot cooler and better, overall better. Oh yeah, so alright guys, so if you liked the video, please subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.